Hello YouTube, welcome to our first video in the series of how to create your own iPhone icon template. Now, since this is our first tutorial, I want to get started real fast and I want to just stick to the basics. So make sure you have Photoshop open. Yes, you will be using Photoshop, so download it from Adobe.com or buy it. So you want to come into File, New. I'm going to name this iPhone. Come on. iPhone icon temp. Okay, 60 by 60 pixels and a height or width of 60 and a height of 60 pixels. Okay, now you want to turn off this background. So you want to delete the lock, grab and drag and drop and delete the lock. Click the little eye next to the layer and let's start making our own iPhone icon. So come in here, your tool palette, and find the rounded rectangle tool. If you can't find it, it should be under your custom shape tool. So I'm going to have black selected. I'm going to just create a simple shape here. Grab your marquee tool right under your move tool. Right click and free transform path. Drag and wait till it clicks onto the sides here. Hit enter when you're done. And I'm going to name this layer base. And you can delete layer 0. Now we're going to come down into our layers panel and create a new group. Name this base group. Oops. And drag and drop our base into our base group. Now we're going to create that apple shine that we often see on iPhone icons. And what we'll need to do is create a new layer. We're going to name this glaze. Okay. Select the glaze layer. Grab your marquee tool. Come down to your color picker and select white. We're going to start from about here. Drag to about there. Then you're going to come and grab your paint bucket and select that so it's white. Control D deselects. Now with your glaze, you want to right click the layer, create clipping mask. Then bring the opacity down to, let's see, what do I like? Usually I like around from 20 to 25. Usually does it. You can go higher if you want. Actually, I'm going to stick down to 18 here. Now that that's done, you can see you can turn on and off that glaze. But that doesn't look like an iPhone icon to me. So what you'll need to do is come into your layers panel, select our base, double click it, brings up the layer style, come down to gradient overlay, and what you want to set these options to is overlay. You want 46%, you want black to white gradient, you want linear line with layers straight up and down, which is 90 degrees, scale of 100%. Okay? Now that will make it so the colors kind of pop out. So let's create our color. What we want to do is come down to our custom shape tool. Make sure the rounded rectangle tool is selected with 10 pixels. Select the color you want. I'm going to select a deep green. Just drag and drop over so it's completely covered. And it should automatically create a clipping mask. If not, right click the layer and create clipping mask. Okay? Make sure it is under your glaze layer and make sure you have your glaze layer locked. So we're going to name this green, and that way you can, whenever you want, you can just come in here, switch on the color, switch it off, switch it on, switch it off. So you get the point. Now to make multiple base colors, just come to your green. You can duplicate the layer after you right click, or you can come in, grab a new color. We're going to grab some blue here and just drag and drop it over again, which creates a new one. right here. We're going to name this blue. Come on, blue. Okay, and then again, if it doesn't create that clipping mask, right click, clipping mask. See, release. That's what it should look like when it isn't, and you want to create clipping mask. Also, you must have your glaze in a clipping mask. Forgot to tell you guys that. Bring your glaze, create clipping mask. Okay? Lock it. Now the reason why we put our glaze into clipping mask so that the color is only on our base and not on our transparent corners here. That way you cannot see it on your iPhone when you're on your springboard. So that's pretty a simple way how to create colors. I think I'm going to create another color real fast. I think I will do a bit of a brown here, dark brown. Okay. Grab our custom shape tool. Okay. We're going to name this brown. Now, as I was saying earlier, if you want your glaze to look a little bit different, just come to opacity. You can turn it up, turn it down, pretty much any way you want, but I believe 18 is the best because it just looks the best. Now, you can delete or turn off your glaze. Your icon will look like that. So on glaze, no glaze. Okay? So that's about it. So if you wanted to come in and make your icon template, or icon, yeah, iPhone icon, just come here, base group, select the color you want. Say I wanted a green, and I didn't want the glaze on. Then I just drag and drop my logo on there, save it out as a PNG, name it correctly, put it into icons folder, SSH it to my iPhone, and enable it through Winterboard. So this is part 1 to the series. So part 2 we will be adding a little bit more effects and maybe some other stuff. I don't exactly know. So stay tuned. Visit my channel, comment, rate, subscribe to these videos. Thanks, guys.